guys, welcome to our channel. This is Baby London and I'm Juliana. Don't mind her, it's nighttime. That's why she's in pajamas. So basically this is going to be a channel for us to do Q&As, for me to give advice, get ready with us, just simple things like that, vlogs, and yeah, just stuff about our life. So today I'm going to be doing a Q&A so you guys can get to know us. She's sleepy. Basically to inform you on us, answer the question you guys have asked, I just want to say thank you for clicking on this video, watching, the support. I hope you guys like what you see, and please like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into the video. So the first question is, how has being a mom been? Honestly, it's the hardest job in the world, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. I feel like I was really meant to be a mom now. Honestly, it's great. I mean, there's still stuff that I wish I could do, but I mean, nothing's better than being a mom, to be honest. At the end of the day, I love it. Next question. What was my first reaction when I found out I was pregnant? So basically, I had missed my cycle, and I'm usually always on time. So I was like, hey, I think I should take a pregnancy test. And so I went to the bathroom, and my baby's father came in with me, and I took the test, and we waited, and literally, I had just took one a couple days before. It came back negative. So when this one came back positive, literally I looked at him and I was like, and he was like, no way. And I was like, yes. And literally I was crying, but in a way it was like, oh my gosh, like my life is about to change. I mean, I was happy, but I thought I was ready, but really when she came, I was not ready. But honestly, I was scared. That was my first reaction. I was really scared.
We have a rock climb in Brazil like this.
Because I didn't know what to do. Like, this is new to me. But anyways, next question. What were other names that I had besides London? If it was a boy, I was definitely gonna name him Legend. But then again, her dad wanted it to be a Junior if it was a boy. And well, we ended up naming her London anyways. But for a girl, we're gonna name her Akaylee after her aunt. And somebody else asked what's her middle name. Her middle name is Akaylee, London Akaylee. That's pretty much it. I had my names already picked out. Another question is, does London sleep in the bed with me or in her crib? Currently, right now, she sleeps in the bed with me. She does have her own crib, but I just feel like she's still too little, to just have her in there by herself. But during the day, sometimes she does take a nap in her crib, or I'll put her in there for a little bit while I'm doing certain stuff. But other than that, no, she sleeps with me. What's the biggest challenge I've faced after becoming a mother? The biggest challenge is probably getting stuff done. It's really hard to do stuff when you have a newborn. You don't really get to do as much as you want. And now that I just have moved into my own place, it's really hard, like trying to settle in, there's still a lot I have to do here. I mean, I'm pretty much all the way unpacked. Well, not pretty much, I am all the way unpacked. But it's still hard trying to get my house together, trying to get all the new furniture, everything I need for my kitchen. I have the basic stuff, but there's still so much decorating I want to do, you know. Honestly, in postpartum is a real thing. Like, I feel like that's a big challenge that I have. It's just like me seeing teenagers and adults, young adults my age, doing stuff that I can't do because I have a kid. And it just makes me think, like, dang, like, I could be doing something like that, but, you know, I have a baby, so I'm home with her. But, you know, I don't regret having a baby at all. There's nothing I regret about that. It's just hard seeing, like, people traveling or people going out and doing stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. What's one thing you regret choosing during your birth process? Definitely something I regret is getting the epidural. Next time I have a kid, whenever, how long, wherever down the future, I will not do that. The epidural literally has affected my body so much. My back is literally not the same. I have back pains all the time. During birth, I literally waited till the last hour to get the epidural because it was to a point where I could not take the pain anymore. Like, I was crying, I was screaming, I was getting frustrated. But then when I got the epidural, it was literally so much worse. I should never got it. I mean, everybody's body is different. So it just depends on how you take stuff. But I know for me, I will not do that again. Somebody asked, how many times does she wake up at night? Usually she goes to sleep around 2 a.m. and she'll sleep till the morning. She'll probably take a nap. Well, really a nap for her. She'll take a nap at like 10 and wake up at 12 to eat. And she'll be up until 2, and then she'll go to sleep at 2 and sleep all night. So that's pretty good. But in the beginning, it was, oh my gosh, her sleeping schedule was literally everywhere. I was getting no sleep. I still barely get any sleep, but now I'm starting to get more, you know? It's getting better. Somebody asked, how was labor and delivery? Honestly, giving birth when it's actually time to push is really easy. At least for me, it was very easy. She came out in 22 minutes. I only pushed for 22 minutes. The only thing that was really hard for me was contractions. Everything else went super good. Everything went super smooth. I loved the doctor, the nurses that were in there helping me, except there was one nurse, she was getting on my nerves. But other than that, it was great. Just the contractions really is the worst part. Like, I've seen people make it seem like pushing was the hardest thing. Literally, I felt like I was a thug and I did that fast. No, I'm just kidding. But I felt like I really did do it fast. And I might put a clip of when she first came out. Somebody asked, how is mom life again? It's the best thing in the world. It's hard, but it's the best thing. Somebody said, how are you the cutest thing with the cutest little thing? You know, she looks just like her mom, so what can I say? How is she? She's the best. She's not a crybaby. She's so happy all the time. She literally does so good. She doesn't give me a hard time, really. It's just hard trying to maintain other things while being a mom first, you know? What are the pros and cons of being a mother? The pros are you get to bring a life into this world and raise them and teach them everything, and being able to experience their first time doing certain things, just watching them grow. It's crazy how much she grew in 2 months. It's a blessing, to be honest, and I love it. The cons are, I'm really young. I'm only 19, so I wish I could have been a different age, so I wouldn't be doing this right now, because I literally found out I was pregnant like 3 weeks before I was supposed to go off to college. I was going to a 4-year on a scholarship. That's really like that was like a big accomplishment for me, and sorry, it just makes me sad because that's something I always wanted to do in my life, and it's like it just stopped. But I don't stop. I've still been going to school, still been not the same college, but I still been doing stuff that I need to do to better her life and our future, That's really the only con. Oh, and also, like I said before, not being able to do stuff that people are doing right now that are my age. Somebody said, what's the funnest part about being a mom? The funnest part, like I said, is being able to teach her things, being able to watch her grow, seeing her smile, just, teaching someone how to do, like teaching your own kid how to do things. Like, it's just crazy to me to even think that I'm raising a little girl right now. Somebody say, how was getting your own place and what did I expect? Getting my own place is literally the best thing I could have done right now. I love being in my own space. It's great just, being able to do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it. If I want to walk around my house any type of way, I can do it because, it's just me and the baby. So it's like, it's great. I love being in my own place. What did I expect? I expected it to be a little different only because a certain situation that I'm not going to talk about because I feel like it's nobody's business. But I expected it to be a little different, but life happens, and yeah, it's great though. I love it. I love having my own place. It's a big accomplishment for me, honestly, because there isn't really 19-year-olds that have their own apartment or own house. I live in an apartment, a 2-bedroom apartment, so my baby has her own room, has everything she needs. Thank God, we're so blessed. 2 bathrooms at that. It's great, honestly. So this is the last question, and basically I got this question a lot, so I saved it for last. It's, what was my parents' reactions? So I found out on August 6th. I told my parents I was pregnant. Well, I told my dad first because I felt like that would be the hardest. But I told my dad 3 days after I found out, and I told my mom 4 days after I found out. Honestly, I felt like it was no point for me to hide it, no point for me to keep it a secret, because I knew in my heart I couldn't have an abortion. I couldn't do none of that. I knew I was going to keep her, I felt like I did this on my own. I felt like I was grown enough to do the stuff you need to do to make a baby. So I felt like I needed to take it from my actions and not take the easy way out, regardless what challenges I faced. So I knew I had to be an adult about the situation. So when I told my dad, well, first I told my stepmom, and she was like, no, Juju, you're playing, like, you're not serious. It's no time for jokes. And I called them over the phone. I couldn't tell them face to face. I knew it would be harder for me. It was already so much harder. I mean, it was already so hard telling them over the phone. I knew face to face would be so much harder. So basically, she was like, "No, okay, if you're being serious and you're telling the truth, then are you saying you're keeping it? Because I feel like you wouldn't have told me if you weren't." And I was like, yeah, I made the decision. And honestly, I was crying. I was just emotionally everywhere. Like, I was mentally going crazy. Like, am I really doing this? And she was like, make sure that you know you want to do this. And then she was like, are you ready to tell your dad? And honestly, I wasn't ready to tell him. And I was like, no, I'm not ready to tell him. Can you just keep this secret for at least like a couple more days? And she was like, Juju, if you know you're gonna keep the baby, then you should just get it over with now. And I was like, okay. And then she called my dad into the room and she gave him the phone. And he was like, what's up? And I was like, Papa, there's something I need to tell you. He was like, what? And I was like, there's no easy way to say this. Basically, like, I know this isn't what you wanted for me, but it's what happened, and now I have to own up to it and take responsibility for my actions. And I was like, I'm pregnant. And he was like, no, no. He was mad. But honestly, it's like any dad. What would any dad do if their 18-year-old, at the time I was 18 when I found out, if their 18-year-old daughter that's leaving to college in a couple weeks, he's paying for college for you, making sure your life is set straight. Like, how else would he react? I wasn't like mad at him or nothing about it. I expected him to react that way, and it was just something I had to deal with. And now though, he loves the baby. We're great. Everything's fine. He's been supportive a lot, really a lot, and I can't thank him enough. He's the GOAT for real. But my mom's reaction was different. So I lived with my mom at the time, so I told her in person, and basically me and her dad, the baby's dad, got my mom a gift bag when we put like all her favorite stuff in it, like her favorite chocolate, her favorite drink, trying to butter her up because I was scared. I didn't know what else to do. And then we put the pregnancy test in the bag, and we gave it to her, and she was going through the bag, and there was some big stuff in there that she could see what it was instead of having to pull it out. And first she was like, why are you doing this? And then, like, what do you want? Like, what are you trying to get from me? And I was like, I'm not trying to get anything from you, Mom. Just look in the bag. And she was like, what are you, like, what? I see everything. You got me all my favorite stuff. I was like, no, Mom, take everything out. She was like, Juju, like, I can see what's in here. I see all my favorite stuff. And I'm like, no, Mom, take the stuff out. So she starts taking everything out, and she pulls the pregnancy test out, and she's like, is this a joke? And I'm like, no. And then she was like, basically, so, like, what are your plans? Like, what are you gonna do? And I was like, well, I'm gonna keep it. And she said, no, but what are your plans? Like, what are you gonna do to better this kid's life? Like, you're bringing a human into this world, so, like, she's holding my finger. She's like, you're bringing a human into this world, so what are you gonna do? And I'm like, I still want to continue school, even if it's not where I was going now. I'm gonna try to get my own place, you know, so she can be in her own space. She was like, "Are you sure this is what you want to do?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can't get an abortion. Like, I would feel horrible if I did something like that." And she's like, "Well, you know, it's a lot." And basically she was just trying to see what my plans were to make sure that I wasn't just gonna be, you know, like trying to leech off somebody. Not leech, but like making sure I was ready for this, and I was gonna be okay to bring a kid into the world, you know. So that's pretty much it with their reactions. Now they love their grandchild. I'm my dad's oldest, but I'm my mom's youngest, and this is both their first grandbaby, so they love her. And yeah, she's just the best thing to everybody, you know, in my family. And yeah, there's nothing I wouldn't do for her ever. She changed my life for the better, you know. I mean, I was already on a good path in life, but she definitely made me grow up a lot more. I feel like I'm on a whole different level than a lot of people my age, but you know, it's life, because not everybody my age has a kid, and it's hard being a young mom, but I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna prove everybody wrong that doubted me, you know. But thank you guys for listening and tuning into our channel. She's asleep right now. Please make sure to like and comment and subscribe, and turn on the post notifications for our next video. Thank you. Say bye, baby.
Like, no more pushing.
No more pushing, just relax.
Just keep your legs back.
Yes, to get the umbilical
There's
cord
that
off her
cord.
neck.
Actually, I think it was hooked to the shoulder. Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
There she
Here we
goes.
go, honey.
Okay, there we go. Yay!
Almost there.
There's the baby.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Don't faint, sit.
Oh,
Sit.
awesome.
Hi, beautiful. I'm sorry, beautiful.
What time, Carolina?
Oh,
23.
He wants to
22.
go.
22.
oh my god.
Hi, sweetie.
Good.
There you go. Take that breath, honey. Look at your fat mamas. You're gonna have to do a couple more, two more pushes to get the bag out when he tells you to, okay?
She looked just like me.
We got the girl? Yeah?